Hello everyone. In this video we see about how we perform arithmetic operations on the intervals. Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. All the arithmetic operations we perform on the two intervals. So first, if we want perform addition on the two intervals, that time first component of the one interval add with first component of the another interval. Means first component add in first component of the another interval and do normal addition. Then choose the second component of the first interval, add in second component of the another interval and perform normal addition. So first with first, second with second. Now when we do the subtraction, that time first component of one interval subtract with second component of the another interval, means a minus d. For addition we do a plus c, means first component with first component of the another interval. Here is the opposite. First component subtract from second component of the another interval. Then second component of the first interval subtract in first component of the another interval, means first minus second, second minus first. So a minus d, b minus c, that's it. Now we move for the multiplication. For multiplication we want minimum and maximum from those sets. Now how to write those sets? Let's see. First, a multiplied by c, a multiplied by d. Take first component from the first interval, multiply by both the components of the second interval. Then choose second component, b into c, b into d. A into c, a into d. Then b into c, b into d. First take minimum from those sets and then choose maximum from the same set. Now for division, same rule. First take one component of the first interval divided by both components of the another interval. A divided by c, a divided by d. Then choose second component of the first interval and perform division on the second interval. So b divided by c, b divided by d. The set is same for minimum and maximum. It's a bit tricky to remember how to write the sets, but once you understand, it's easy. So now we see with the help of the example how we apply those formulas on our example. So in this question we want to find out a plus b by using the alpha-cut sets. Now we see the steps for find out the a plus b. So first we have a of x and b of x in the form of conditions, the equations and their conditions. So the answer is also we want the same way. The answer means a plus b is equal to their conditions, their equations with their conditions. So for that first we find out the intervals of a and b. We know the interval is nothing but collection of least number and the most number. So we find out the a is equal to, suppose a and b. So this is the interval of a, and b we find out in the form of c and d. So here a is the least number of a and b is the most number of a, and remaining all are the numbers are belong from a to b. This is the interval of a and the interval of b. So our first motto to find out the intervals of a and b. So how to find out the interval? For that we know the a of x is always greater than equal to alpha, and question itself says that with the help of the alpha find out the solution of a plus b. So when we use the alpha, the condition we use, a of x is greater than equal to alpha, and from that we find out the equation for x, and this x give us the least number and the most number, means least condition and the most conditions of the interval. So then we perform the addition of the two intervals, means first with first, second with second. This is commonly we do in the addition of the two intervals. Now we find out the a plus b in the form of interval, but we don't want answer in the form of interval. Again we want the answer in the form of conditions and the limitations. So the opposite, all the steps we perform in opposite direction. First, with the help of the alpha we find out the x, and using x we find out the interval. Now interval is given, so this interval, from this interval we find out now alpha. Then alpha is belong from close bracket of 0 to open bracket of 1, means the conditions which are belong from alpha are always greater than 0 and less than 0 and greater than equal to 1. When we talk about the close bracket, that time we only consider condition greater than or less than but not equal to. But when we consider with open bracket, means square bracket, that time greater than or equal and equal to also. So here the 0 is the least, so condition is smaller than 0 and greater than equal to 1, and from that we find out the condition and limitation. When we find out the alpha, that time we get the equation, and when we find out the condition with the help of the 0 and 1, that time we get the limitations. So let's see how we find out. So first we solve a of x. So first condition is given, 1 is smaller than x smaller than equal to 3, and second condition of a of x is 3 is smaller than equal to x is smaller than 5. Now for this condition the equation is x minus 1 divided by 2, and for this condition the equation is 5 minus x divided by 2. Now we know the alpha is always greater than equal to the condition, and same here the alpha is greater than equal to a of x. From this equation we find out the x. This statement we solve for the x. So for that the 2 is divided here. When we shift this 2 in the right side, that time it go for the multiplication. So x minus 1 is greater than equal to 2 alpha. 5 minus x is greater than equal to 2 alpha. Now we want solve the equation for x. For that we move minus 1 at the right side, and when we move minus 1 at the right side, that time minus 1 is converted into the plus 1. So x is greater than equal to 2 alpha plus 1. Same here, if we shift 5 at the right side, then the minus x is at the one side, and then the sign conditions are the come. So for our simplicity, what we do, the minus x shift at the right side and the 2 alpha is shift for the left side. So the plus x, we want to solve the equation for the plus x. For that we now shift minus x at the right side and 2 alpha at the left side. Now this is the minus plus 2 alpha. When it shift at the left side, that time it converted into a minus and greater than equal to x. We find out the x. Why we find out the x? Because of the we want interval of a of x. So when we write the x smaller than equal to, which statement is smaller than equal to x? This is the 2 alpha plus 1. We want x is greater than equal to something, and this something means 2 alpha plus 1. 2 alpha plus 1. Now x is smaller than equal to something. So something means which statement is greater than equal to x? Is 5 minus 2 alpha. And from this we write interval of a of x. So interval means nothing but the smallest value and the largest value. So which is the smallest from this? The 2 alpha plus 1. So this is the 1, and second thing is 5 minus 2 alpha. So interval is nothing but the smallest and the largest value of a of x, which shows the bounded conditions. Means the meaning of this statement is the a of x is belong from 2x plus 1 to 5 minus 2 alpha. This is the least value, this is the most value. I hope you get idea why we find out the x. Now we same process follow to find out the intervals of the b. So the conditions for the b is 3 is smaller than x smaller than equal to 5, and 5 is smaller than x smaller than equal to 7. So these are the conditions of the b. And again we know the alpha is greater than equal to b of x. So same we find out x for finding out the intervals. So for that we shift 2 at the right side. So x minus 3 is greater than equal to 2 alpha. Now 7 minus x is greater than equal to alpha. 2 alpha, sorry. Then we want only x. So x is greater than equal to, now this minus 3 shift at the right, then it converted into the plus 3. So 2 alpha plus 3, and here we shift minus x at the right side and 2 alpha at the left side. So 7 minus 2 alpha, because 2 alpha is positive at the right side and it shifted at the left side, that's why we change the sign. Now minus x is converted into the plus x. And now we write the intervals. For that we write x. Here we want the least value and here we want most value. So which condition is least? 2 alpha plus 3, because x here x is greater and 2 alpha plus 3 is smaller, and here x is smaller and 7 minus 2 alpha is greater. 7 minus 2 alpha. And if we want to write interval of b of x, then this is 2 alpha plus 3, which is the least value, and 7 minus 2 alpha the most value, and this is the interval of b of x. We know the interval of a and interval of b. Now only we perform the addition on the two intervals. What are the conditions to perform the addition? First with first, second with second. So first 2 alpha plus 2 alpha is 4 alpha, plus 1 plus 3 plus 4. So this is one of the interval. Now second with second. So integer, perform integer with integer and variable with variable. Here the variable is x. So in by mistake don't perform integer with the variable. So 5 plus 7 is 12 and minus 2 plus -2 -4, -4 alpha. Now this is the interval of a plus b, but then we want again converted into the condition of a plus b. So for that we perform the opposite steps which are performed at the starting of the solution. Same things but in a opposite direction. Means first we find out the x, then we write the interval. Now the interval is known. Now we find out the value of x. So as we know, the interval are nothing but the least value and the most value of x. So we want to find out the x. So for that, here write the least value 4 alpha plus 4, and here write most value 12 minus 4 alpha. And now we want to find out alpha. In previous starting of the solution we find out x from the alpha. Now here we find out alpha from the x. So what first step is 4 alpha plus 4 is smaller than equal to x. Write the statement in a separate form, and here x is smaller than equal to 12 minus 4 alpha. In previous we find out x, now we find out the alpha. So if we want alpha here, then the plus 4 shifted at the right side. Then 4 alpha is smaller than equal to x minus 4. Now when we move 4 at the right side, that time it go for the division. So x minus 4 divided by 4. Here the same procedure. We want alpha, but we want positive alpha. So for that we shift minus 4 alpha at the left side and x at the right side. So it converted into the plus alpha smaller than equal to 12 minus x, and this alpha is smaller than equal to 12 minus x divided by 4. So as we know, alpha is close interval of 0 and open interval of 1. So meaning of this is 0 is smaller than alpha but greater than equal to 1. Now both the alphas we know. So 0 is smaller than alpha x minus 4 divided by 4 smaller than equal to 1. Same thing here, 0 is smaller than 12 minus x divided by 4 smaller than equal to 1. Now we find out the equation for x. 0 into 4, 0, smaller than x minus 4 smaller than equal to 4. We multiply whole the equation by 4. Now add 4 at the whole equation. When we add 4 here, that time minus 4 plus 4 get cancelled and only x is remain. And the mission of solve the equation is this: we want to find out only x. So plus 4 smaller than x smaller than equal to 4 plus 4 8. Same thing we do here. First multiply 4 by whole equation, then 0 into 4, 0, smaller than 12 minus x smaller than equal to 4. Why we do this? Because we want the conditions for the x. So for that we want to remove 4 and the 12 from the equation, and to remove this we want to multiply by 4, and here is the plus 12. When we add minus 12, then minus 12 plus 12 get cancelled and only x is remain here. So now we do here minus 12 smaller than minus x is smaller than equal to minus 8, because plus 4 minus 12 is minus 8. Now we want x. So for that we change the signs of whole the equation. So minus 12, when we multiply the whole equation by minus 1, that time this is converted into 12. The sign is also changed. So smaller than converted into greater than. Here again the sign is changed, and these are the final conditions of the a plus b. Now we write a plus b. So we know alpha, we know the conditions for the alpha. So this write in the form of a plus b is, write first alpha x plus 4 divided by 4, and the condition is 4 is smaller than x, smaller than equal to 8. Now write second alpha, which is 12 minus x divided by 4, and the condition is 12 greater than x greater than equal to 8, and 0 otherwise. This is our final answer. Now remaining subtraction, multiplication and division we see in the next video. Now we stop here. I hope you get the idea how to find out the addition of two intervals, and remaining we see in the next video. Thank you.